There comes a moment in every journey where awareness is not just enough. You have looked in the mirror, you have seen your patterns, you have recognized your habits, your reactions, your assumptions, your emotional shortcuts. You have seen the truth about how you've been living. But now, you're standing at the edge of something new. Because awareness opens the door, but intention walks you through it. So episode 2 is about that work. It's about the blueprint, the structure, the foundation, and the architecture of the you are trying to become. Because transformation is not magic. It's not luck. It's not a feeling. It's not a burst of motivation that fades after a week. Transformation is built brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. And today, I'm going to show you how to build it. So part 1, the gap between who you are and who you want to be. Let's start with something simple but uncomfortable. There's always a gap between the life you want and the life you are living. A gap between your intentions and your actions. A gap between your potential and your patterns. Most people ignore that gap. They numb it. They distract themselves from it. They pretend it doesn't exist. But you're here. You are listening. You're paying attention. And that means you are ready to face it. Because the gap is not a punishment. It's an invitation. It's your life saying, here's the distance between your current self and your future self. What are you going to do about it? And that question, that tension, is where the blueprint begins. Now let me give you a gentle reminder. If this is speaking to you, pause for a second and like this episode. It helps more people find JengaPod, and it tells the algorithm that this message matters. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast or even Amazon Music, hit a follow so you never miss an episode. Awesome, let's keep going. Part 2, the 3 selves you must understand. To build a new you need to understand the 3 versions of yourself that exist right now. 1. The past you. This is the version shaped by experiences, wants, habits, fears, and survival strategies. They did what they had to do. They kept you alive, but they are not meant to lead your future. 2. The present you. This is the version listening right now. The one who is aware. The one who is waking up. The one who is starting to question everything. 3. The future you. This is the version you are trying to become. The one with clarity, discipline, peace, confidence, direction, self-respect, self-control, self-awareness, and much more as you desire. The blueprint is the bridge between these 3 selves. It honors the past, it empowers the present, and it builds the future. Part 3. The 4 pillars of personal reconstruction. Every transformation, real transformation, rests on 4 pillars. If even one is missing, the structure collapses. Today we are going to build all 4. Pillar number 1, identity, who you are becoming. Most people try to change their life by changing their behavior. But behavior follows identity. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your identity. So ask yourself, who am I becoming? Not what do I want? Not what should I do? Not what habits should I build? Start with identity. Because when your identity shifts, your behavior follows naturally. Say it clearly. I'm becoming someone who honors their word. I'm becoming someone who manages their emotions. I'm becoming someone who takes care of their body. I'm becoming someone who doesn't run from discomfort. I'm becoming someone who chooses growth over excuses. Identity is the blueprint foundation. Pillar number 2, values. What matters most? Your values are the compass. Without values, you drift. With values, you direct. Ask yourself, what do I stand for? What do I refuse to tolerate anymore? What matters more than comfort? What matters more than approval? What matters more than fear? Your values are the guardrails that keep you aligned with your future self. Pillar number 3, systems. How will you live? Motivation is a spark. Systems are the engine. You don't need more motivation, you need structure. Systems are the daily, repeatable actions that make your identity real. A system is a morning routine that grounds you, a journaling practice that keeps you aware, a weekly review that keeps you accountable, a boundary that protects your energy, a habit that reinforces your values. Systems turn intention into reality. Now, if this is speaking to you already, pause for a second and like this episode. It helps more people find JengaPod, and it tells the algorithm that this message matters. And if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast or Amazon Music, hit a follow so you never miss an episode. Awesome, let's keep going. Pillar number 4, environment, what surrounds you. You cannot outgrow an environment that keeps you small. Your environment includes the people you talk to, the content you consume, the habits you normalize, the spaces you live in, the energy you tolerate. Your environment is either feeding your future or feeding your past. Choose wisely. Part 4, the psychology of change. Now let's get scientific for a moment. Psychologists say that the change happens in 3 layers. Layer 1, outcome change. What do I want? Layer 2, process change. How will I get it? Layer 3, identity change. Who must I become? Most people start at the top, that's why they fail. Real change starts at the bottom, identity, followed by process, and then followed by outcome. And that is the blueprint. Part 5. Let me give you a future self exercise. I want you to imagine something. Imagine the version of you who has already transformed, the version who has clarity, discipline, peace, confidence, direction. Now ask, how do they think? How do they speak? How do they handle stress? How do they treat themselves? How do they treat others? What do they no longer tolerate? What do they prioritize? What do they believe about themselves? Your future self is not a fantasy. They are a blueprint, and every day you have a choice. Act like your past self or act like your future self. One choice builds the old you, one choice builds the new you. Part 6, the JengaPod challenge. For the next 7 days, I want you to do one thing. Act like your future self once a day, just once. One decision, one habit, one boundary, one moment of discipline, one moment of honesty, one moment of courage. Because transformation doesn't happen in a single leap. It happens in repeated alignment. Now to close, if this episode spoke to you, if it gave you clarity, direction, or sense of possibility, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps more people discover JengaPod and join this journey of intentional living. And remember, you can also listen to this series on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. Now, this is JengaPod, and I'm your host, Godwin Silayo. Let's keep stacking, let's keep building, and let's keep rising. Having said so, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in episode 3. Thank you.